Job. Well, I wanted to show you something that I have in the bag here. What is this? Yeah, but what kind of clock? Oh, an alarm clock. Yeah, do you think that one could wake you up if you were asleep? Yeah? Yeah? I don't know. I was thinking maybe it might be a good idea to set that here at church to make sure people out there may not, miss an important thing like the sermon when it's coming up soon. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a set. We'll see if it works, if it does anything there. Well, do any of you have alarm clocks at your house, in your room? Does anybody have an alarm clock? No? What do you use instead? Your dad wakes you up. Oh, he gets you up. Oh, you're lucky to get a personal wake up. Yeah? Yeah, and you have alarm clocks in your room, I know. Yeah? So, well, what are alarm clocks for? Why do we need them? Oh, yeah, because we may not be so lucky to get a personal wake up every day for work. We have to eventually, somebody may not want to be there, especially if we get up really early. What do we need them for? Any ideas why we need an alarm clock? Why? You what? They go on the slide? Okay, yep. There may be fun things that we want to make sure and not miss and be able to do. We want to make sure and be ready and know when we've got to be somewhere that we're going to be able to get there in time when we're expected to be there, right? So alarm clocks help us to be ready and not miss out on things, right? Kind of usually some important things. And so they can be a good way of keeping track of time. But at church, there's another way that we actually keep track of time. We don't have a big clock in here, but you know what? In some ways, we do have something that helps us mark time. Can you guess what it is? It's circular shaped, just like this clock. Any ideas of what helps us mark our time at church during this season of Advent? Oh, yeah, you're pointing up here, right? This wreath, this circular shaped wreath helps us mark the time as we go through the weeks of Advent, right? And it lets us know how soon we are to be ready to welcome God's Son to the world. And each week it gets a little bit closer as we light another candle. And we spend our time until that time when we get to light that center one on Christmas, that white one in the middle, we spend our time until then getting ready. And not just decoration. Oh, it's time. Everybody sleeping out there? All right, good. I'm glad that we still got you with us. Well, we spend our time not just decorating and baking cookies and getting presents, but getting our hearts and lives ready for Jesus to come. So I don't know if you have an Advent wreath at your family table in your house that you use, but I want you to be able to mark the time until Jesus comes. And so I'm going to give each one of you a special wreath to put in your home, and you're going to be able to use it with your families. There's a little reading in this book that goes along. So every night when you come to your table for dinner, you can look at the date. It has the countdown begins from the day you light the first candle. So that's today. And you'll read a reading and bring your Bibles down to the table, and you can just leave it there during Advent too. And one of the grown-ups, or if you want to try doing the reading, it tells you a little Bible verse to read to go along with that. And then you're going to have a sticker to place on your wreath. And some weeks, that's going to involve you putting a candle sticker on the candles on your wreath. When it's Sundays, you get to light your wreath at your table, okay? So I want you all to remember and to celebrate this important time of preparation and getting ready that we observe as children of God and Christians, that we observe this as a very special season of preparation. So I'm going to give you one per family, okay, because this is just going to go on your table for everybody in your family to share, and you can take that back to your seats with you. Also, on your way back to your seats, if you want to get a seashell that we are going to use later in the service, you can each pick out one of those. That will be great, okay? You want to get one of these? And you need this too. Here you go. Okay.